Yesterday, we studied inverse functions, and before we conclude the result of that class, let's learn how to draw tan, cosec, sac, or any other graph quickly. See, whenever you have to draw any function, first of all, you have to see the domain and the range, okay? And before that, you have to see the asymptotes. What are the asymptotes of any function? Asymptotes means those points where the graph is not defined. If we talk about tan is not defined for, see, tan is sine 90 over cos 90. Sorry, tan is sine over cos, and whenever denominator is not 0, tan is not defined. So tan is actually not defined for cos 90-degree means, because cos 90 is 0 at that point. So it won't be defined for minus pi by 2, it won't be defined for pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. So these are your asymptotes, no? So first of all, very first thing, you have to draw your asymptotes. Please. Means the values are infinity, and as infinity is not defined, so that's why the graph is said to be not defined. So these are your asymptotes. Now from 0 to pi by 2, how does tan graph changes? You know, tan 0 is 0 because it's sine 0 over cos 0, 0 over 1. So it starts from 0. Okay. Is it going downwards or upwards? Because it's a first quadrant, it's gonna go upwards. Okay. And upwards, and moreover, as the value increases from 0 to pi by 2, it goes from 0 to infinity. So your graph is gonna be somewhat like this. Now, and then pi by 2 onwards, what happens after pi by 2? That means in the second quadrant. What happens in the second quadrant? Again the same thing, but what is this? Your tan is negative in the second quadrant. So first thing, it gonna have negative values. Okay, so for any angle greater than pi by 2, the plot is to be downwards because the y value is negative, one thing. And it goes from minus infinity to 0 because tan pi is 0. Sine pi over cos pi is 0. So it would be somewhat like this. And then again, from pi to 3 pi by 2, we are entering into third quadrant. There the tan value is negative. Okay, and at 3 pi by 2 it goes to infinity, and at pi it's 0. So it's gonna be like, okay, so this is how we draw the tan function. In the similar way we can do for the, I'll discuss one more here, which is gonna be cos, not cos because cos is very familiar. Let's draw sac. Okay, y equals secant x. So first of all, you have to look for asymptotes where sac is not defined. See, sac is 1 over cos. Wherever cos value is 0, it won't be defined there, and cos value is 0 at minus, again, your odd 90s, no, minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. So again, first of all, your asymptotes, I should not, I can redo them, no. So these are your asymptotes, even one is here. So how it's gonna be now? These are your asymptotes. From 0 to pi by 2, how does your sac function goes? See, at 0, it is 1. No? Because 1 over cos 0 is 1. Means the value starts from here. Okay, and what happens till 90? It goes to infinity. So obviously, and the first quadrant, so value is positive, so it's gonna go like this. And in the fourth, this is your fourth quadrant, no, 0 to minus pi by 2, it's actually the fourth quadrant. So here the values are gonna be negative because sac is negative. No, the value is gonna be positive because cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. Now, So it's gonna be like this. And in the second quadrant, cos value is negative. No? And at 90 it's near infinity, and at pi it's pi, it is minus 1. Sec pi is 1 over cos pi, and cos pi is minus 1 because the cos value at pi is negative 1. So whenever you have to draw any of the trigonometric functions or any other functions, maybe it's a rational function, okay? So in fact, in rational functions, you should look for asymptotes, and then you have to look for the values and go for drawing it. Why I'm telling you all of this? Because to find out the domain and the range of the inverse trigonometric function, these graphs should be there in your mind always. Means if I tell you how does sac x look, so you should be able to see these u shapes and their lower bound also. Okay, you should be able to see them. And if I ask you what is cot x, then the graph should be 10. How does it look like? It should be there. And in fact, their domain and range should be, you have to learn them by heart. But that is only possible if you can visualize their graphs. Okay, now let's see the plots of 6 trigonometric graphs. This is the first one. Siddharth, which plot is this first one? Which trigonometric ratio?
Ma'am, cos.
Yes, it's y equals cos x. This one, Surya.
And y equals to sin x.
And this one, Surya.
This is y equals to tan x.
Harsh Bhatia. Amit.
Cot.
Cot. Very good. This is cot. Yes. This tan is like this. Okay. And the cot is like this. From the waves comes from left to right. Okay. They are like this. Good. Amit.
Yes, ma'am.
This one.
Ma'am.
See, so there are only two left. One is sac and one is cosec. Okay, and they look very similar. Okay, both are U-shaped, but you have to see what are the asymptotes. Just tell me what is the asymptote for sac function where it is not defined.
Ma'am, at 90.
Yeah, at 90
ma'am,
because yes, because sec x is 1 over cos x, and cos x is not defined for not def 1 over cos x is not defined for x equals to 90 degree. That means sec x is not defined for 90 degree, but we have a value for 90 degree here, that is 1. No, so is it sec x?
No.
If you see carefully, yes, you're correct. So we have the one option and must be that. If you see carefully here, this line here, it's not this, means this. If we draw this line, okay, means this line. So this is trying to be closer, but it will never touch this line. That means whatever function is this, it's not defined for pi's. It's not defined for pi. It's not defined for 2 pi. Sorry, yeah, it's not defined for 2 pi, because for 3 pi by 2 it's defined. If you start from 0, this is your 0, this is your pi by 2, here is pi by 2. It's defined for pi by 2 but not for pi 0. It's defined for 3 pi by 2 but not for 2 pi. Okay, so which value is 0 at pi, sine or cos? Any of you? Which, see, all functions are, all trigonometric functions are made up of sine and cos only, no? So we have to see which one is not which one is zero for pi, sine or cos?
Fine one.
Sine.
Cos.
Cos,
Fine.
cos 0 is 1 and cos pi is minus 1. Okay, in your unit circle, cos 0 is 1 and pi is just opposite to it and it's minus 1 there. It's not 90 degree, please excuse. As point goes from here till here, what changes actually? The base and perpendicular both changes, no? So base is decreasing, that means cos value is decreasing when the point is going from here till here. Okay, so at this point your base becomes 0, that means cos value becomes 0. When it goes here, then your base started increasing and your perpendicular starts decreasing. No, at this point, if this point goes here, the base decreases and perpendicular takes the maximum value. That means cos value decreases and the sine value takes the maximum value. And when it goes further, your base increases and your perpendicular goes down. So you know this is 0 and this is pi. So at pi, the base value is negatively maximum. I mean to say the magnitude of the base is maximum and the perpendicular is 0. So cos pi is not 0. It has some value, but the negative one because it's in the second quadrant. So cos is minus 1. Okay. So so cos is defined for pi, but sine is not defined for pi. Okay. So that means this is U-shape function. So it's not defined. That means we cannot say not defined. Cos value has minus 1 value, but the sine has 0 value here. Because sine has 0 value, that means cosec function is not defined for pi. That's why this is the asymptote for it. Okay, so this graph here is of cosec x. Okay, so these are the plots. Now moving towards the trigonometric ratios, see what happens. The domain of this function, which is a cos function here, okay, because cos 0 is 1, at 0 the value is 1, this is cos function here. If the domain is minus infinity to plus infinity, but the range is 1 to minus 1, okay, so if we have to go to the inverse function, first of all we have to restrict this plot. Okay, why to restrict? So that inverse function could be defined. We are restricting this plot only. Okay, see, 1 to minus 1, we can select this also, because this is which is the range of 1 to minus 1 is the range of the cos function. This is gonna be the domain of the cos inverse function. No, so now 1 to minus 1, this is gonna be the domain of the function. Okay, and the range is gonna be now the range can be selected as, see, 1 to minus 1 is there here also, 1 to minus 1 is here also, means you can select this also, and you can select this also. and you can select this, and in fact you can select here also. मीन्स जब हम अपना इनपुट इनवर्स फंक्शन में 1 and -1 डालते हैं तो विच एंगल्स वुड यू लाइक टू करेक्ट? यू हैव टू फिक्स द रेंज, नो? सो विच वन वुड यू लाइक टू हैव? this one or that one? Okay, so it's all up to you, but means you can choose anyone. You can go to go in this direction also and this direction also, whatever, means wherever you can go. Okay, so it's nothing. It's like when you will put the input, what output you are going to take for you. Okay, but conventionally it has been taken this. Why? Because it's easy to recall. It's easy to go around zeros, not means the 0 degree. Okay, you can say that my range is let's take it this, suppose this one, inverse function. So whenever I'll give you a cos inverse 1, then you need to recall it's -2 pi, not 0, because you decided your range to be this. Okay, and if I ask you cos inverse 1 over root 2, then you cannot recall 45 degrees. You have to recall pi by 4 from this. Okay, so which one is easy to recall? It's always easy to recall the angles from the first quadrant or the second quadrant, means somewhere between 0 to 2 pi. It's very tough if you recall angle. Okay, it's easy from 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi, little tough from pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, so you have to decide your range which is easy to recall. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here 1 to -1, so near one here are 1 to -1. Either you select it from 0 to pi, okay, or you can select it from 0 to minus pi. So 3, okay, the near ones, 0 to pi and 0 to minus pi, or pi to 2 pi. So which one is easy to recall? Amit?
Ma'am, 0 to pi.
0 to pi, no, because it's positive, means we are going anti-clockwise and from first quadrant to second quadrant. Okay, so yes, the range is this only. If you look for cos here, your range is 0 to pi, domain is this. Okay, now coming over to this one. Here again, this function which is sin x, you have 1 to -1 to 1. This is also here, or this one, means the first option is this here, because you have to accommodate 1 to -1, and the second option is here, this one, from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, and the third is here. So which section of the graph would you, which one is Harsh Bhatia, which one we should choose? The first one, the second one, or the third one? Means if we say sine, if I say sine 1 by 1 over root 2, okay, so means you should be able to sine inverse 1 over root 2. Which angle you could recall easily? That range we should choose. Harsh Bhatia, which range should we choose? First, second, or third?
Second one?
Second, okay. This one here?
Yes, ma'am.
If I say sine inverse -1, what would be your answer?
3 pi by 2.
3 pi
3 pi by 2.
Okay, and if I say sine inverse 0, means sine inverse 0 means sine function 0 कब होता है?
Then we do pi 1.
Pi. Okay, and sine inverse 1 over root 2.
Sine inverse 1 over root 2. Then it's difficult.
Then just try it out.
Sine by root 2 is pi by 6.
नहीं बेटा, 1 over root 2 पहले बात 45 degrees.
Okay, so it's pi by 4.
बट pi by 4 तो आपकी रेंज में है ही नहीं. आप तो कहाँ जा रहे हैं? आपको पता है आप pi by 2 से 3 pi by 2 जा रहे हो.
Yes, okay. Yes, sir.
आगे जाना पड़ेगा. तो कहाँ जाओगे?
Back to first one.
नहीं तो आपका वो एक्चुअली तो वैल्यू तो होगी इस रेंज में भी. सी इफ यू सी, देखिए 1 over root 2 is between 1 and 0 because it's less than 1. Okay, so it's somewhere here. But आपको एंगल कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में है आप? If you are going from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, so your quadrant is actually from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. You have second and third quadrant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is your pi by 2 and this is your 3 pi by 2. तो अब मैं जो भी आपको साइन इनवर्स की वैल्यू दूंगी आपको यहां से उठाने पड़ेंगी. यू नॉट अलाउड है. इसको मिस करना हमेशा गलत रह जाता है. ठीक है, 0 से ऊपर नीचे जाना बहुत इजी है हमारे लिए. बिकॉज इट्स लाइक अगर मैं बोलती हूँ साइन इनवर्स 1 by root 2, तो बहुत इजी रहेगा आपके लिए pi by 4 बोलना 45 डिग्रीज. नो. और अगर मैं आपके लिए बोलती हूँ साइन इनवर्स -1 over root 2, मीन्स साइन का वैल्यू -1 over root 2 कब होगा? ठीक है, यू नो साइन इज नेगेटिव हियर एंड हियर. ओके, सो अगर मैं आपको पॉजिटिव 1 over root 2 बोलती हूँ, सो इफ योर रेंज इज हियर तो आप ये बोलेंगे. पर अगर आपने रेंज ये सेलेक्ट ही नहीं किया तो आपको ये एंगल जनरेट करना पड़ेगा विच इज 3 pi by 4. ओके, this is 1 pi by 4, 2 pi by 4, 45, 45, 90 and one more 45, and this is also 45. Harshvadi, I suppose you are getting me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो ये आपको जनरेट करना पड़ेगा. और अगर मैं ये बोलती हूँ तो इफ योर रेंज इज दिस, यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट 45 डिग्री. ये हुआ यहाँ पर एक 45 डिग्री का एंगल, दिस वन. ओके, फिर आप उसको आपको ये एंगल कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. बट अगर आप रेंज ये वाली सेलेक्ट करते तो इट्स वेरी सिंपल. यू कैन इजीली से -pi, 45 डिग्री ऊपर 45 डिग्री नीचे.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, सो हियर इंस्टेड ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग सेकंड और थर्ड तो सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता. सेकंड भी छोड़ दें तो इट्स इजी टू रोम अराउंड फ्रॉम -pi by 2 positive pi by 2. Okay, so all values are available here from 1 to -1. The range is from 1 to -1. सारी values हैं यहाँ पर. Okay, so it's easy to roam around in first and the fourth quadrant. Okay, that's why the range for the inverse sine function is -pi by 2, positive pi by 2. See, got it?
Yes, sir.
मैंने गलत जगह कर लिया, सॉरी. ये now here we have this again, the same thing. This is tan function. Yeah, it's tan function and its domain is its domain is -infinity to +infinity. Is it? No, because at pi by 2 it's not defined. Okay, at pi by 2 is not defined. We have already discussed it yesterday. So its domain is real numbers minus odd pi by 2s. It's not defined here. It's not defined here. It won't be defined at 3 pi by 2. So we have the domain and the range is full from minus infinity to positive infinity. It's getting all the values. No? Now, for the see, we just have to focus on one of this, either this, or this. No, because if we say there, just like vertical line test, there is a horizontal line test also. Okay, what does horizontal line test says? That for tan x is a function because one input has one output only. If I substitute minus pi by 2, it's 0, it's nothing else. If I substitute not minus pi by 2, minus pi, it's 0. Okay, but हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन टेस्ट क्या होता है कि इसका 0 वैल्यू सिर्फ माइनस पाई के लिए नहीं है, काफी लोगों के लिए है. इनपुट से तो एक आउटपुट मिलती है, ओके, बट many inputs have same outputs also. Minus pi is 0, pi is 0, 0 is 0. Okay, so horizontal line test says that इस फंक्शन का इनवर्स होना मुश्किल है. ओके, बिकॉज अभी इस फंक्शन में फॉर वन इनपुट देयर इज अ पर्टिकुलर आउटपुट. दो आउटपुट नहीं है, 1 नहीं होगा, 2 नहीं होगा, 0 ही होगा, चलेगा. तो ये फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन है, इनपुट के लिए एक ही आउटपुट होना चाहिए. दैट्स हाउ फंक्शन इज डिफाइंड. ओके, बट अलग अलग इनपुट के लिए अगर सेम आउटपुट होता है वो चलता है फंक्शन में, देयर इज नो इश्यू. सी, अगर हम फंक्शन को मैथ्स के डेफिनेशन से बाहर निकाल के देखें लॉजिकली, अगर आप कोई काम करते हैं या फिर कुछ भी बोलते हैं, उसका एक आंसर होना चाहिए, एक स्पेसिफिक, एक यूनिक आंसर होना चाहिए, तो वो बात सही है. ठीक है, अगर आपके पास 4 क्वेश्चंस के सेम आंसर आते तो उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट एक क्वेश्चन का, एक पर्टिकुलर एक क्वेश्चन के 4 आंसर्स नहीं होने चाहिए, और बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस का सेम आंसर हो सकता है. इन मैथ्स इट इज कॉल्ड let's forget about it. I suppose you are getting me. हेलो.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, सो बट इसका रिवर्स होना मुश्किल होगा, बिकॉज रिवर्स में क्या होने वाला है, इनपुट आउटपुट बनने वाला है, आउटपुट इनपुट बनने वाला है. ओके, तो अभी इसकी आउटपुट है माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी. ओके, दिस इज द इनपुट, दिस इज द आउटपुट. ओके, अब इसको इनपुट डालेंगे. सपोज हम डालते हैं, हमने इनपुट डाला पार्ट्स, चार्जर देना. सो अगर अभी हमने tan इनवर्स फंक्शन में इनपुट डालते हैं 0, कि tan वैल्यू 0 कब होती है, तो इट्स 0 पे 0 होती है, पाई पे 0 होती है, 2 पाई पे 0 होती है, इसलिए वी हैव टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट इट. सो व्हिच शुड बी टेकन, दिस. तो ऑब्वियसली व्हिच वन इज, सी दिस इज फ्रॉम माइनस पाई बाय 2 पॉजिटिव पाई बाय 2. अगर आप रेंज बोले, बिकॉज एट माइनस पाई बाय 2 इट्स टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी, एट पॉजिटिव पाई बाय 2 इट्स टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी. या तो आप ये रेंज सेलेक्ट करें, okay, or you can select the other ranges, but the conducive one is this one. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone who's not getting me, or are you finding ki you don't need it? Why ma'am is explaining this? Please respond. साम्या, तू बोल, तू बोर हो रही है, मेरे को लग रहा है.
यस मैम. नहीं मैम,
Means, is it worth explaining all of this?
मैम
Yes, ma'am.
साम्या को पहले से आता है शायद.
नहीं मैम
अच्छा,
मैं ठीक है मैम.
ठीक है. सी वी हैव मेनी मोर थिंग्स टू डिस्कस. इसके बाद हम ओरिजिनल उस पे आएंगे. बट आई सपोज आई गेव यू दिस वर्क एंड देयर वर 8 6 7 ब्रेन्स एंड दे ऑल वर वर्किंग ऑन देयर ओन पेस एंड पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ भटके होंगे या फिर क्या क्या दिमाग में चला होगा. तो इट्स वेरी, बिकॉज वी आर बिगनिंग द चैप्टर, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू कंक्लूड इट बाय मी. ओके, तो कोई भी लूप्स होंगे वो भी कवर हो जाते हैं. एंड इनफैक्ट इफ यू नो इट बिफोर हैंड देन इट्स अ रिविजन फॉर यू. Okay, now so the range, so that's why for inverse function what do we define the range as? From minus pi by 2 to positive pi by 2. Okay, so here we have this. In the similar lines I can provide you these graphs. Okay, in the similar lines you have the ranges are decided so. Okay, and the I would say I'll provide you with the picture of sec and cosec also, and all these three. Okay, especially who all had a tough time finding domain and range. Okay, go through domain and range. I'll give you the graphs and see how did we define, how did we choose 0 to pi, how did we choose this, means which one all ranges were possible and why these were selected. If you see them carefully, this is from first quadrant to first and fourth quadrant, no? So it's easy. Well, first and fourth, it's good. It's not very far away from 0. It's from 0 to pi. We have understood it. It's again it's your second and third quadrant. No, this is fourth and first. This is your first and second quadrant. This is again fourth and first. And this is your first and second. If you say this is 0 to pi, actually, why it's looking like this? Because at 90 it's not defined. Okay, and more and less it's like 0 to pi only. 0 to pi, only one value is not allowed. Okay, so it's 1 to 2. And here minus pi by 2, 0 value is not, it's 4 and 1. So your all ranges are either in first and second quadrant or in the first and fourth quadrant. So okay, whenever you have to evaluate, so the simple questions which can be framed like it's find out tan inverse 1 over root 3, find out cot inverse 1, okay, secant inverse 2 over root 3. These are the simple questions which you can frame, but the angle that you have to choose for this should belong to these ranges only. Okay, I suppose you understood the domain and the ranges. Okay, now only less than 1 minute, there is only 1 minute left, so I'm just ending this meeting. I'll begin it again. Questions will be done tomorrow, so let's leave. I'll give you another link.